So at the moment, this is the fourth video of the lightweight boxing history videos, title history. So still on the IBF title at the moment. Finished on October the 7th, 1989. I said it wrong in the last one. John Molina beats Tony Lopez over 10 rounds. Referee stops the fight, but it was in Sacramento, like I thought it was. Yeah, Sacramento. It was the Tyron Jackson fight. It was in State Line. So, January 28th, 1990, John Molina defends his title and wins in the 6th round. Referee stops the fight against Luke Suarez. That was Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then May the 4th, 1980, Tony the Tiger Lopez wins on points over 12 rounds, getting his revenge against John Molina. That was in Reno, Nevada. September the 12th, 1990, Tony the Tiger Lopez wins on points over 12 rounds against Jorge Paez from Mexico, the ex-circus performer. 12 rounds point decision, he wins there in Sacramento, that was. Then May the 15th, 1991, Tony the Tiger Lopez draws with Brian Mitchell over 15 rounds. 15 rounds was still in by then, just about. And that's Sacramento. That was in for the IBF and WBA titles. June the 12th, 1991, Tony Tiger Lopez wins. Referee stops the fight against Luke Gutierrez from the US in Lake Tahoe, Nevada. Then September the 13th, 1991, Brian Mitchell wins on points over 12 rounds against Tony the Tiger Lopez in Sacramento. January 1992, Mitchell announces retirement. So, February 22nd, 1992, John Molina, wins in the 4th round. Referee stops the fight against Jackie Gungalaza from South Africa in Sun City. That's the vacant title. And then August 22nd, 1992, John Molina wins in the 4th round. Referee stops the fight against Fernando Caicedo from Colombia. 4th round, referee stops the fight. He wins, Molina, in Bayamón, Puerto Rico. Then February the 13th, 1993, John Molina wins in the 8th round. Referee stops the fight against Francisco Segura from Mexico in Bayamón, Puerto Rico. Then February 13th, 1993, John Molina wins in the 8th round. Referee stops the fight against Francisco Segura from Mexico in Bayamón, Puerto Rico also. Then June the 26th, 1993, John Molina wins on points over 12 rounds against Manuel Medina from Mexico. He would end up being a 5-time world champion, Manuel Medina, but again, he gets beaten points here over 12 rounds. Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then October the 9th, 1993, John Molina wins in the 8th round by KO against Bernard Taylor, ex-McGuigan opponent, and the same result actually, 8th rounds, McGuigan stopped him. Bernard Taylor from the US in San Juan, California. I remember seeing that fight as a kid. January 22nd, 1994, Jean Molina wins by retirement in the 6th round by Floyd Havard from Wales. Retirement in the 6th round against him in Cardiff, Wales. Then April the 22nd, 1994, Jean Molina wins on points over 12 rounds against Gregorio Vargas from Mexico. 12 rounds points decision in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then November the 26th, 1994, Jean Molina wins in the 10th round by KO against Wilson Rodriguez from Dominican Republic. That's in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. And then January 1995, Molina vacated the title to move up to lightweight. So April the 22nd, 1995, Eddie Hobson from the US wins by KO in 7 rounds against Moises Pedrosa from Colombia, Atlantic City, New Jersey for the vacant title. Then July the 9th, 1995, Tracy Harris Patterson from the US wins. In the 2nd round, referee stops the fight against Eddie Hobson. That was in Reno, Nevada. Then December the 15th, 1995, Arturo Gatti from Canada wins. In the 2nd round, referee stops the fight against Tracy Harris Patterson, adopted son by Floyd Patterson he was, and it was in New York there. Then March 23rd, 1996, Arturo Gatti wins in the 6th round. Referee stops the fight against Wilson Rodriguez from the Dominican Republic. 6th round KO. Arturo Gatti wins in New York. Hall of Famer Arturo Gatti. Later was February 22nd, 1997. Arturo Gatti wins on points over 12 rounds against Tracy Harris Patterson. 12 rounds points decision against Patterson, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then October the 4th, 1997, Arturo Gatti wins in the 5th round. Referee stops the fight against Gabriel Rules from Mexico, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then February 1998, Gatti relinquishes the title because he could no longer make the weight. So March the 13th, 1998, Roberto Garcia from the US wins on points over 12 rounds against Harold Warren from the US in Miami, Florida for the vacant title. In October the 24th, 1998, Roberto Garcia wins in the 5th round. Referee stops the fight against Ramon Ledden from Cuba, Atlantic City, New Jersey. January 16th, 1999, Roberto Garcia wins on points over 12 rounds against Jean Molina. Not calling him Jean Molina, just Jean Molina. That was in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then October the 23rd, 1999, Diego Corrales from the US wins. In the 7th round, referee stops the fight against Roberto Garcia in Las Vegas, Nevada. December the 4th, 1999, Diego Corrales wins on points over 12 rounds against John Brown from the US in Lincoln City, Nebraska. March the 18th, 2000, Diego Corrales wins in the 3rd round. Referee stops the fight against Derek Gainer from the US, Las Vegas, Nevada. Then January 17th, 2000, Diego Corrales wins in the 10th round. Referee stops the fight against Justin Duco from Uganda in Los Angeles. Then September the 2nd, 2000, Diego Corrales wins in the 3rd round. Referee stops the fight against Angel Manfredi in El Paso, Texas. October 2000, Corrales relinquishes the title to move up to lightweight. December the 3rd, 2000, Steve Forbes wins in the 8th round. Referee stops the fight against John Brown, Miami, Florida, for the vacant title. And then September the 29th, 2001, Steve Forbes from the Contender Series wins on points over 12 rounds against John Brown in Miami, Florida. Forbes was stripped for failing to make weight for defences against David Santos. So, February the 1st, 2003, Carlos Hernandez wins by a technical decision in the 8th round against David Santos from the US, Las Vegas, Nevada, for the vacant title. In October the 4th, 2003, Carlos Hernandez wins by a technical decision against Steve Forbes over 10 rounds in Los Angeles, California. Then the WBO title next. The WBO title, April 29th, 1989, Jean Molina from Puerto Rico wins on points over 12 rounds against Jean Laporte from Puerto Rico in San Juan. That's for the vacant title. Molina relinquished the title in September to challenge for the IBF belt. Then December the 9th, 1989, Kamal Bou Ali from Tunisia wins by KO in the 8th round against Antonio Rivera from Puerto Rico in Toronto for the vacant title, WBO title. Then October the 20th, 1990, Kamal Bou Ali from Tunisia gets a no contest against Pedro Villegas from Argentina. That was in Cassina, Italy. Then June the 1st, 1991, Kamal Bou Ali wins in the 3rd round by KO against Joey Jacobs from England. That's Gary, no, it's not Gary Jacobs, that's Joey Jacobs. Remember Gary Jacobs, not sure about Joey Jacobs. I'll have to check that out and put it in the next video whether that's a misprint or not. It might not be. I remember Gary Jacobs. I think it was a bit heavier. So that is Joey Jacobs. Yeah, so Joey Jacobs from England. Yeah, in the 3rd round KO. Overthinking that, that's at Ragusa, Italy. Then we got May the 21st, 1992, Daniel Londas wins on points over 12 rounds against Kamal Bou Ali, 12 rounds points decision, in San Rafo. Then September the 4th, 1992, Jimmy Bredal from Denmark, nice fighter to watch, watched a few of his fights, wins on points over 12 rounds against Daniel Londas. That was in Copenhagen, Denmark. And September the 17th, 1993, Jimmy Bredal from Denmark wins on points over 12 rounds against Renato Cornet from Australia. That was in Copenhagen, Denmark also. Then May the 5th, 1994, Oscar De La Hoya from the US wins by retirement in the 10th round against Jimmy Bredal in Los Angeles, California. Then May the 27th, 1994, Oscar De La Hoya wins in the 3rd round. Referee stops the fight against Giorgi Campanella from Italy in Las Vegas, Nevada. So, in June 1994, Oscar De La Hoya vacated the title to box at lightweight. So, September 24th, 1994, Regilo Tour from Holland. I remember seeing him in the Olympics. Won the Olympics. Back further, I think that would have been Barcelona or Seoul Olympics, one of them. Anyway, I digress. Regilio Tour from Holland wins on points over 12 rounds against Eugene Speed from the US in Rotterdam, Holland for the vacant title. Then May the 9th, 1995, Regilio Tour from Holland wins on points over 12 rounds against the tall Tony Pep from Canada in Groningen, Holland. Very tall for the weight there, lanky fighter there. As was Johnny Breedell going back there as well. But I digress here. So June 17th, 1995, Regilio Tour wins in the 5th round. Referee stops the fight against Pete Taliaferro from the US in New Orleans. September 17th, 1995, Regilio Tour wins in the 10th round by retirement against Luis Mendoza from Colombia in Arnhem, Holland. December 23rd, 1995, Regilio Tour wins in the 12th round. Referee stops the fight against Giorgio Campanella. Giorgio Campanella from Italy. That was in Amsterdam. He wins in the last 12th round. Referee stops the fight. Oh, yeah, that was because that was the last of 12. I don't think that would have been a 15 rounder. That would have been a 12 rounder. Yeah, in them times. Last round he loses. I digress. So April the 1st, 1996, Regilio Tour wins on points over 12 rounds against Narciso Valenzuela from Mexico in Hertogenbosch, Holland. Probably butchering the name there. Hey, so September the 6th, 1996, Regilio Tour wins in the 1st round by KO against Jose Vida Ramos from Dominican Republic in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then January 1997, Regilio Tour from Holland announces his retirement. Then March the 1st, 1997, Arnolfo Castillo from Mexico draws with Julien Lorcy from France over 12 rounds in Paris, France for the vacant title. Then October the 4th, 1997, Arnolfo Castillo draws, another draw on the firm, draws with Julien Lorcy again in Villebon-sur-Yvette in France. So December 19th, 1997, Barry Jones fought an old mate of mine, Justin Murphy. But Barry Jones from Wales there wins on points over 12 rounds against Wilson Palacios. 12 rounds points decision against Wilson Palacios from Colombia in London, England. April 1998. Barry Jones was stripped of the title on medical grounds. A good presenter, I've seen him as one. But May 16th, 1998, Anatoly Alexandrov from Russia wins on points over 12 rounds against Julien Lorcy in Paris, France for the vacant title. Now, January 25th, 1999, Anatoly Alexandrov wins in the 8th round. Referee stops the fight against Arnolfo Castillo in Paris, France. Then August the 7th, 1999, Acilino Freitas from Brazil wins by KO in the 1st round against Anatoly Alexandrov from Russia in La Canette. He beats him in the 1st round, quite a banger. Freitas, I remember. Then October the 26th, 1999, Marcelino Freitas from Brazil wins in the third round. Referee stops the fight against Anthony Martinez from Croatia in Salvador, Brazil. And then June 15th, 2000, Marcelino Freitas beats Barry Jones in the 8th round. Referee stops the fight from Wales. He was Doncaster, England. That was in. Then March 18th, 2000, Marcelino Freitas wins in the first round. Referee stops the fight against Javier Juragu from Mexico in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Then June 10th, 2000, Marcelino Freitas wins in the second round. Referee stops the fight against Lemuel Nelson from the US. And that was in Ramah, Canada. No, that was in Detroit, Michigan. Then September 23rd, 2000, Marcelino Freitas wins in the 9th round. Referee stops the fight against Carlos Rios from Argentina in Ramah, Canada. Now, January 27th, 2001, Marcelino Freitas wins in the first round. Referee stops the fight against Orlando Soto from Panama. First round, referee stops the fight, and Brasilia, Brazil. Then we got WBO and WBA titles together. January 12th, 2002, Marcelino Freitas wins on points over 12 rounds against Joel Casamayor. That was in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then we got August the 3rd, 2002, Marcelino Freitas wins on points over 12 rounds against Daniel Atta from Ghana in Phoenix, Arizona. Then we go up here. So March the 15th, 2003, Marcelino Freitas wins in the 4th round by referee stopping the fight against Juan Carlos Ramirez from Mexico in Chicago, Illinois. Then August the 9th, 2003, Marcelino Freitas wins over 12 rounds. Referee stops the fight against George Barrios from Argentina in Miami, Florida. Freitas relinquishes the titles to box at lightweight. So we've got the WBC title, August 24th, 2002. I'm going to try not butcher this name, but Siramankul Singwang Cham. That's Siramankul Singwang Cham from Thailand wins by KO against Kengo Nagashima from Japan in Tokyo, Japan. Then January 13th, 2003, Siramankul Singwangcha from Thailand wins on points over 12 rounds against Yong Soo Choi from Korea in Tokyo, Japan. Then August the 15th, 2003, Jesus Chavez from Mexico wins on points over 12 rounds against Siramankul Singwangcham from Thailand in Austin, Texas. Then February 28th, 2004, Eric Morales from Mexico wins on points over 12 rounds against Jesus Chavez. Chavez also from Mexico, and that was in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then we got WBC and IBF titles. July 31st, 2004, Eric Morales wins on points over 12 rounds against Carlos Hernandez. El Salvador he's from. That's Las Vegas, Nevada. Morales was stripped of the IBF title. Going to finish on the IBF title. February 23rd, 2005, Robbie Pedden from Australia wins. Referee stops the fight in the 8th round against Nate Campbell, the late starter of boxing. Started very late in his career, in his life, and that was in Melbourne, Australia. Pedden lost a unification fight with Marcus Antonio Barrera, who gave up the IBF title. So, May the 31st, 2006, Cassius Baloyi from South Africa wins the 11th round. Referee stops the fight against Manuel Medina, the 5-time world champion in the end he was in his career, from Mexico. And that was in airway hits. That's the vacant title. They're going to leave it there. Bang. That's end of the lightweight boxing history 4 video. Bang.